Hey, welcome to Monday Night Heroes. We are playing Pulp Cthulhu. We like to call it Chambara Cthulhu because we are in Sengoku period Japan, where we are adapting Mask of the Oni to play in 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, or Pulp Cthulhu. So, without any further ado, we will start from the left to the right. And everyone can introduce themselves and their characters, and then we can get this puppy started. So, Lily, you are first.
I am playing Kimiko Nozomi, and she is a priestess who has been through a few things and now has a criminal record.
And we lost Nick, so Rodney.
I am playing Fudo, a warrior monk.
All right, Nick is back. Nick.
I am playing Heihachi Hayashida. He is a samurai and a student of the School of Strategy of Two Heavens as One, better known as Meeting Ichiryu. And I totally probably pronounced that wrong, so I will apologize for the rest of the session for mispronouncing Japanese words.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. And finally, Wes.
Yes. Well, tonight I'll be playing Itoshiki Shinji, and I'll pronounce Japanese like Brad Pitt pronounces Italian. But I'll be on the personal position of the daimyo, and water is evil, very evil.
Yeah. So why is water evil there, Wes?
Well, I saw some horrible things, and it comes to the water because water is clearly full of evil things. You gotta stay away from it as much as possible. It's full of evil.
All right.
Do we do the luck rolls?
Yeah. Man, who's running this shit? Can you all make your luck rolls?
You want us to make luck rolls, right?
Everyone but you.
Oh, I failed that one. Thank goodness.
Yay!
If you fail it, it's 2d10 plus 10, right?
Yes. So, for those of you not familiar with Pulp Cthulhu, at the beginning of the session, each player makes a luck roll, and to determine how much luck they regain at the beginning of the session. If you fail your roll, you get more luck than if you make your roll.
I'm presuming there's been long enough to heal in between. Okay.
Don't worry.
As a matter of fact, we will go with each of you in dex order, and you can tell me how you are using your, I guess, downtime to regain some sanity. So what are we doing to relax our minds? And we'll just start with Hayachi.
I am going into solitude to go meditate in silence out in the wilderness. Maybe under a waterfall, perhaps.
Okay. So make a sand roll.
I got an 11, so I made it.
Okay. You can regain 1d10 sanity.
Sweet. Thank you. I got a 6.
Kimiko, what are you doing to regain your sanity?
Well, clearly the spirits have shown her that she is not strong enough to deal with what they're dealing with. So she is undergoing a strenuous purification ritual after her body is healed enough.
Okay. Like what sorts of things are you doing?
Oh, there's a lot of cold water, a river, a lake involved, solitude, just a lot of prayer, just communing with her spirit guides and everything.
All right. You can also make a sand roll.
That is 100.
Yeah. The spirits reject you. You are you're unable to center yourself, and you are unable to regain any of the sanity that you've lost in your recent travels. Fudo, what are you doing to kind of get yourself back on track?
Fudo has been spending long hours reciting Nimbutsu, training with his Naginata, and punching trees to condition himself physically into the teeth and claws of the Buddha.
How far away from the trees are you when you're punching them? Your hand? Are you doing the 1 inch?
He's doing a Futai Inoki Wami.
Probably want to explain that for those of us out here who aren't familiar with the technique.
It's from Rurouni Kenshin. It's essentially 2 strikes. The first strike weakens the target. The second strike obliterates it. But it's kind of like a 1 inch punch.
Okay. And finally, Itoshiki.
Well, I shall busy myself deep within the castle's wall, away from any unnecessary water attachments, teaching my young lord's son how to play Go. He will one day equal his great father's masterful skill.
How long have you been teaching the young lord how to play Go?
It's been a year or two now. He has much to learn, but it is an honor.
Okay. Just if you were to play 10 matches of Go with him, how many do you think he would win?
Let's see. 1 maybe, if I give him a sufficient handicap.
Okay. Roll your Go and tell me how well. Oh, Rodney, I'm sorry. You can make a sand roll.
Okay. I failed the sand roll.
You do not regain any sanity.
That's all right. I feel sorry for those trees.
And your knuckles. How did your Go?
Regular success.
You actually must be doing something right. You beat him, but barely. And he's definitely getting better. You can take pride in your teaching abilities, and you may make a sand roll.
Excellent. My lord, one day your leadership will be unparalleled, perhaps even as great as your great ancestors. Shoot.
He flips the table and said, "You let me win."
Oops.
Shinji, you always let me win. I'm telling my father. I'm assuming from the oopses you didn't make.
I rolled a 99.
Oh
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. So you're able to go about and do your your various duties and activities that that are assigned to you during the coming weeks and heal up to the point where you all are at your maximum hit points. You recover any magic points that you may have lost, all that. And I'm also assuming that all the skills that you used during the last adventure were checked and rolled against, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Correct.
Forgot I was muted, yeah.
Okay. So you are actually called to Hanju Yusko's area of the war room. She sends you each a messenger asking for your presence. in the war room.
I will go as long as there's no fighting.
There is no fighting in the war room.
Don't worry, I shall protect your precious bodily fluids.
What?
How are you going to do that when you're afraid of them?
By keeping them or away inside, locked in.
I'm more concerned about the fact he said it like that.
He was quoting.
Yeah.
All right, so you all arrive in the war room with Hanju, who gives you the old wink. Hi, Hachi. Hi, Hachi. How are you? How was Slow Tide Harbor?
It was a dump.
Well, I did tell you that when you left before, but what happened there?
We found. Who were we looking for again?
Doji Hiroshige.
Found Doji Hiroshige.
Oh,
Do.
the errant young lord. Yes. Well, we probably won't be seeing much more of him. His father is keeping him on a very short leash these days. So let me ask you this: when you were in Slow Tide Harbor, did you notice anything unusual?
There was a man there that seemed very odd, maybe a little more than human.
Foreigners.
I don't know if he was a foreigner, but was different.
Okay, so there was an odd foreigner there. Anything else unusual while you were there? Anybody? Fudo?
The foreigner was a sorcerer.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What do you mean he was a sorcerer?
He possessed foul magics not of the comic.
He filled him with water poison.
Blood magics.
Blood magics. Funny you should mention that. So the magistrate from Slow Tide Harbor, she sent a report back to us, and at this point, Yusko starts to go through her notes. Yes, that would be Kaska Mikoto. They had found evidence of blood magic being practiced right in Slow Tide Harbor. Not only were the samurai that you had rescued involved, but there were a number of unexplained deaths and kidnappings that were traced back to this group. They found a number of corpses that had been drained of their blood with strange markings and sigils carved into their flesh. Much of this was on an island, well, a small island, more like a atoll, in the harbor. I'm just wondering if you could corroborate this. Was anything that you had seen? Was there evidence of this?
I do not recall seeing people. Well, was the samurai that we heard about, was she drained? No, we don't know because we didn't see her body. Yeah, I don't know anything about this draining of the blood. I saw the sorcerer do the magic he did to Fudo, but That is all I saw.
Yeah.
Blood magic.
No, they needed samurai for some foul purpose. Didn't them?
Well, the our Daimyo Sonoda has tasked me with telling you that in the town of Broken Rocks Village, it is a small fishing community up the coast from Slow Tide Harbor. There was a samurai was found that looks like that he was drained of blood with strange sigils and markings carved into his body.
You said Broken Rocks Village.
Yes, Broken Rocks Village. Are you familiar with Broken Rocks Village?
No, I'm just making sure to know that it's there. Though, if it's near water, that's probably what's causing all this. Should probably, yes. Let's see.
Well, Itoshiki, you know, plenty of things are near water.
This very island, for example.
As wild as what he's saying sounds,
Gods will
he
fix that.
may not be wrong, as in the people that use the blood magic seem to be moving strangely through the water. They opened this thing. I've never seen anything like it before.
What thing?
It was tunnel of some sort. At least I think. I don't really remember. I blacked out.
Demonic gateway to some demon realm, probably.
And this foreigner did that?
I think there was a woman,
Yes.
but I don't really remember. And I'm looking at everybody else because she really doesn't remember what she saw.
There was a woman on a boat. She performed some sort of ritual that opened a gateway to somewhere else. And fled through said gateway.
I understand. That was not in Mikoto's report. Well, nonetheless, Daimyo Chikakage wants you to go to Broken Rock Village and look into the death of this samurai. His name was Daijoji Hidaki.
Daidoji?
Daidoji.
What's his whole name again? I was trying to make sure I read it right.
Daidoji Hidaki.
Thank you.
Daidoji Hidaki.
One more time now.
So what?
Nothing. I was just everyone was saying it, so I was like, one more time.
No,
Again.
I gotta turn my speakers up. I didn't hear him very clearly the first time he said it. That's all.
All right, and that is the person we're supposed to meet with.
No, that's the dead samurai.
That's the
You
victim.
are-
Okay.
You are to look into this.
And who is the magistrate of Broken Rocks Village?
The magistrate of Broken Rocks Village is one. Well, they are a small village, and the magistrate does not operate out of the village, but it is in the jurisdiction of Mibu Shigenobu.
Very well. We shall away at once.
Okay. Fantastic. And Hidetaka. Or your name? What's your name? Hihachi. I told you the last time you left. Don't be a stranger.
I will.
Oh my.
I will see you soon.
You owe me some ramen. We'll have that when you get back. She likes ugly men.
Say, is ramen this world's version of coffee?
No.
Did you like some coffee? But I don't like coffee.
I'm going to leave her waiting on a bridge.
You can't. You are not pretty enough to pull a Lucy.
Oh God.
He is if she likes ugly men.
That's a good point. I take it.
Yeah.
She's going to be waiting on a bridge.
Meet me at sunset.
He'll call one day.
Meet me near the chrysanthemums.
All right. I'm assuming you guys are going to Broken Rocks Village.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have
Which is it? That's what's happening.
You're going to have, I'm sorry, what?
I said, if that's what our Lord wishes, that's what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah. Woo!
I believe it would be most efficient if we traveled by boat.
We should not do that. We should never do that.
Oh, we can get,
We can arrange for a boat to take you there if you wish.
no, we can
No.
get easily by foot or
Yeah.
horse.
Yes, overland. Preferably,
Foot will take quite some time.
That's the only way that we can go.
it's safer. Or we'll be protected longer from the evil.
But why would we want to be protected from it? We are going to investigate it.
Yes, but we should avoid walking towards too much of it. We should we should take a nice scenic route through the glorious land of which our emperor allows us to live in before we go too far towards that place that we must go to.
Yes, let us set off, and I start walking.
Yes.
I just look at Fudo. Should we follow them?
Of course. Who knows what trouble they'll get into?
All right. The curtain goes down and rises back up into the small fishing village of Broken Rocks.
Hell yeah, that red line.
Yep.
The one thing, well, the first thing you notice about Broken Rocks Village is that it is definitely the opposite of Slow Tide Harbor in terms of feel. It is still a rundown, poorish fishing village, and as you enter the town, you can see from the high road, you can see like the boats out on the water, each fishing. There's definitely some seaweed fields out there with people harvesting the seaweed and bringing that in. There is a small inn that also has a tavern attached to it, and a very, very small government house, kind of like a government center kind of thing. The whole village smells vaguely of stinky fish. And it is all you can do to avoid being crapped on by the seagulls that plague the area.
Well, we must announce ourselves to the head man of the village.
Yes, let us find the building.
Yes.
What's it called? What's it called? City Hall?
It's the government building.
There we go. Yes, let us go to the government building.
Ugh, if we must.
I thought decorum was your thing.
Exactly. Are you sure you're okay?
This place is full of sickness. I mean, our daimyo wills we must be here, but it is unfortunate that
They
duty
seem
calls.
fine to me.
Look at them. The air is full. It's full of that sickening smell of that
Fish?
overly salted thing out there. The thing that the boats sit on.
The ocean?
Yes.
You've been to the ocean before.
No, I should not. We should not go back there. We must stay away from it. Sadly.
Well, that's going to make our task very hard.
Perhaps you think our master is unwise?
Our master cannot be unwise. That's ridiculous. But it is an unfortunate set of circumstances that compels him to to extend his beneficence this far.
Well, dear doctor, I would advise you that perhaps you should keep your disdain a little more in check, or else it may get back to our master.
Yes, it is clear that the fault in our surroundings are faults within yourself. You must
Yes.
work on that.
I know. They're clearly the kami need to fix this land. It must add more land to it to get rid of the sea. I know. I can only pray so much to them.
Do you believe the kami are unwise?
The kami are not unwise.
I believe the kami are playing some game that I wish they would complete so that we may be free of this torture.
We have arrived at the headmaster's house. I would advise that you keep your disdain and disrespect for their town in your own head.
I should use the finest of my medical knowledge to help these people. They're all sick.
I would advise you not to.
So you find your way to the headman's house, and it is, I guess to say it's the seat of government is kind of like saying that the big house on the street is the seat of government. It's nicer than the rest of the dwellings there, but really not by much. It's far from what you're used to, huge compounds with different buildings for different functions. This is really, it's a peasant's hut.
Mm. What's the name of our town where we're from?
Oh, that's a good question. You guys can just all be from Hamamatsu.
Hamamatsu.
Because I like Hamamatsu.
Okay.
Works for me.
So yes, you have arrived at the headman's hut.
Is there a guard, an aide, anything like that outside?
No. It is a hut that is on, just basically built on stilts over the water, like many of the other housing here.
Go inside or knock, whatever protocol.
Emissaries of Lord Chikakage seek an audience.
Well, Chikakage is his
Given name?
given name.
What's his last name?
His family name is Sonoda.
Sonoda? Oh.
Emissaries of Lord Sonoda seek an audience with the headman of this village.
Oh, yes, honorable samurai. What can I do for you? Are you interested in fish?
Unfortunately,
we have a lot of fish. Please.
Unfortunately, our interest lies in death.
Oh.
We have Lord Sonoda has been informed of the death of a Daidoji Hidaki.
Oh, yes. He was passing through. Please come in. It's more comfortable inside, and there's less of a chance of you getting soiled by the birds. Please. You could put on the kettle, and perhaps you have some refreshments and tea. Yes, samurai. Won't be quite as what you're used to, but it should still suffice. Yes, suffice. It should.
The road was very dusty. Refreshment would be most welcome.
Yes. Give me a second. So, you mentioned the Daidoji, correct? Yes. Unfortunate business. I wish it had happened in a different town. What can I help you with?
We were informed that the circumstances around Daidoji-san's death were unusual.
Yes. Oh, you can say that. Yes. Blindfolded he was. Yeah. So couldn't see who attacked him, right? Seemed someone was intent on collecting his blood, right? But yes, fortunately, fortunately his blood remained intact, though. A group of fisher folk came and stopped the assailant. Unfortunately, he still died. But yes, but for his blood stayed in. Yes.
Tell me of the eyewitness accounts of the assailant.
Oh well, they strange said that after Hideaki had been attacked, and the assailants attempted to collect his blood. A woman, it was. She demanded to know if his grandmother had been a Hiruma.
Hiruma.
Yeah.
It's a clan name. Yeah, the Hiruma clan.
Is that a clan you are familiar with, Heihachi-san?
No, not a. Well, he's Yatsu, the village headman. Heihachi-san is dead.
No, Heihachi-san.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hidaki. My fault.
Would I be familiar?
You might be. Let's see. You can give me a. Let's see what would cover that. You could give me like a history roll
Ooh,
just to know offhand.
nope. I do not know them. I've never heard of this clan before.
Doctor,
Well, let's see. Let's show a shot in the dark and see what happens. Oh my god, I made that on the dot. 05.
It sounds vaguely familiar. It's definitely not a clan that has any local roots. But maybe something that you might have heard of maybe further up north.
I think they're a clan from up north.
They're definitely not not prominent in your Han.
have any others been questioned as to this heritage of Hiruma clan?
No, not that I'm aware of. Very strange incident, I think. It's too bad that this woman got away.
Yes. Did Magistrate Mubu make any sort of official report to you?
Well, it would be I who would make the report to Mibu, wouldn't it? Yes.
Quite
I
possible.
would report to Mibu and told him, yes, well, what I told you, all right? Left nothing out. Mibu takes his job very seriously. And
Does Magistrate Mubu have any men in the city or in the town?
Not here in town, but you can go, yes, to his stronghold. There is a larger town, yes, a little further along the road where Mibu operates out of. He does send his men out to get reports and make their presence known.
I see.
Out of character, would genealogies be something that we kept like would there be like a central repository for genealogies, or is that just something you have to go household by household to find out about?
There would be records of that, but they wouldn't be here.
They'd be at probably the central estate of whichever family it was.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Probably one of the local temple attached to that estate. Who were the men responsible for chasing off Daidoji-san's attackers?
Just the normal villagers, just people. We have brave, stout men and women in Broken Rocks. Very, very proud of them. Yes. Acted like samurai, didn't they?
In specific.
No. You might want to go and look at the houses. There are, yes, Mune and Takaki.
Mune and Takaki?
Yep.
Mune and Takaki. This is. And where may we find accommodations during our investigation?
We do have our inn. Not very what you're used to, but in a pinch.
I assure you that our tastes in bases of operations are humble.
Well, you flatter us, samurai. You flatter us. Mm, shall wait till nightfall for Mune and Takaki out on their boats,
Mm.
working for a living. They are. I can attempt to call them in, but out on their boats.
That will not be necessary. We will meet them at their dock. In the meantime, I appreciate your hospitality. Thank you for the tea. But we must be going. We shall establish our residence at the inn.
Don't know how much more there is here for you. Might be worth talking to them. But yes, might also be worth to talk to Mibu.
Yes, he is on our agenda, but we would like to make our own preliminary investigation.
Sure.
It is no slight to Mibu or his methods, but we have our orders.
Mm. Well, fantastic. Well, best of luck. Hopefully, nothing like this has happened. History of village, not like that. Hopefully, never happens again, eh?
Yes, it would be unfortunate. Indeed.
Yes, truly.
Do you know anything else of Daidoji? You mentioned he was passing through.
Yes. I don't know his history. As you can see, that we are but humble fisher folk, and when those of us who do what we do talk to those of you who are exalted above us, sometimes that doesn't go very well for us. Keep to ourselves, yes.
Wise, there are many disreputable people who wear the daisho.
Your words, not mine, samurai.
Once again, thank you for your time.
Hi.
Unless anybody else has questions, off to the inn, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
To the end.
Yes, to the end.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
You go to the inn, which is it's an Aino in name only.
But it's better than the prune squalor.
It is better than the Prune Squalor. This one is called the Trout Scale.
The trout scale.
How about, yeah, well, the Carp Scale. There you go.
The carb scale. We're here, your family.
Why do I find that so funny?
And there indeed is a little freshwater pond outside of the inn that it looks so pathetic that the koi in there are like kind of, you could even tell that they're kind of moping around themselves, the goldfish.
Buck up, fish. You could be a peasant.
It's the water poison. It's what's getting them. As long as we stand back from it, we'll be fine.
They live in water. You are a man of learning, and you.
Yes, I've learned that water is full of poison. I've seen it. It's full of poison and evil.
Yes. Let us enter this inn and procure ourselves rooms and perhaps a meal as we wait for Mune and Takaki.
I think the real
Well-
question is how dehydrated is our dear doctor?
I am hydrated enough. I'm hydrated sufficiently.
I am not a man of science, but I do not believe wine is hydration.
Yeah, so there's not a plural on that word that you used.
Wait, did you say you were full of hydrations?
Yes. Yeah, I got plenty of hydration.
You know, perhaps I should take care of our medical needs from now on.
I have been trained by the finest schools of medicine in this great land, by our daimyo's will.
If I may interrupt out of character real quick, Steely J says hi, everyone.
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Did you say bloop? That's the carp talking.
Bloop.
That's the wrong.
When known bubble, the doctor jumps.
I'm a fucking fish, man. Why are you bothering me?
Glub glub, bitch. Move along.
Judge Fish.
Inside the inn, we find
You are greeted by Rusu. Rusu is she is the keeper of said inn.
What's her name again? You cut off for me.
Rusu.
Rusu.
Rusu. Greetings.
Oh. She looks there's no one else in the inn. Do you have the right place?
This is the Trout Scale Inn. Am I not mistaken?
We were told there was lodging here.
Oh, well, yes, of course. We have a room for you, Samurai. Hold on. I suppose you'll probably want something to eat as well, huh?
That would be nice.
Okay. Well, we have fish soup, fish stew, ramen with fish, and seaweed fish.
I think I will
sounds
have the
lovely.
fish.
We also have fish, spam, fish, spam, and fish.
But I don't like spam.
I'll take the fish, spam, and fish.
Make that too.
You can have my spam. I don't like spam.
You don't like spam wasabi?
Fish and spam. Is that the surfing nerf? All right. So yeah, I'll whatever. Just fish stew.
Yeah, same.
4 fish stews and a bucket of water.
Why?
3 orange whips.
Water is unhealthy.
Water is perfectly healthy, and I'm very thirsty.
So she disappears into the kitchen, into the back room, and comes. Well, it's not really a kitchen. It's kind of like she disappears behind a counter where there is a kettle over a fire, a hearth, and she takes 4 bowls and plops whatever was in the kettle into them, and then comes back out and gives it to you, and it smells like fish.
Mm. What time of day is it now?
It's like late afternoon.
Late afternoon. Okay. Yeah, I'll eat my fish stew
Itadakimasu.
and I guess while away the hours till dark by playing the doctor in a game of Go.
Oh yeah.
All right. You can. Is there money involved?
Gambling?
What?
All right. Well, in that case, you guys can you can roll opposed Go rolls.
Okay.
All of us?
Are you playing Go?
No, hell no.
Then
I'm meditating somewhere.
Oh no, we won't go. Hell
Yeah.
no.
just
We won't
the Go people can roll for Go.
Hell no, we won't go.
Yeah, I fail.
Made that at extreme.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I contemplated spending luck on that, but
Ikashiki.
Yep.
You kick Fudo's ass. You actually humiliate him. And Go. It is hard for you because of who you are not to gloat about it. As a matter of fact,
Oh shoot.
you can roll your honor to see if you can contain yourself.
This is how the doctor dies.
I'm gonna spend 8 points of luck to make that roll.
Awesome. Yeah, so the doctor, he makes his final move and raises up his hand to like flip over your counter or whatever sufficient insult would be in Go for winning. And it comes up, out, and pauses, and he looks at you and puts his hand back down and says, "Excuse me, I have to go use the facilities."
I will simply glower at him and shift my body just so that it like blocks the sun coming through the window.
The sun is going down. It was a very intense game of Go, and as he leaves, as Itoshiki leaves, two samurai with jite come into the inn. And they take a look at you guys, and they look at you, Fudo, and they say, Hayashi? Hayashida?
No, I am Fudo of Hamamatsu.
Fudo.
Hayashi-san is over there.
Fudo. And she takes out a scroll of paper and starts going down it and says to her partner, yes, Fudo is also on this list. You are the samurai sent out from Hamamatsu, correct?
Correct.
Look into the disappearance or the murder of Daidoji Hidaki.
Correct.
Follow us, please.
Very well.
There has been another incident.
Dun dun dun!
A murder.
Traumatic reserve.
Yes. Are you all fit to travel? The town is not very far, only a few hours.
By walking,
Yes.
great.
Yes, I shall retrieve the doctor. Sensei! Yeah, boy!
Yes, dear nurse.
Dear nurse.
What?
We would have accepted hello, nurse.
It goes without saying Wes didn't get the reference. Butt Stallion! Here, girl!
Oh, senpai, notice me.
Okay. We will fill you in on the details as we take you to Mibo Shigenobu. A low-ranking samurai named Hirata Shio was found dead under unusual circumstances. I believe you're familiar with those.
Oh yeah.
Blindfolded, blood removed from the body.
Yes, strange sickles carved into her flesh.
Was a woman's witnessed doing the killing?
There was no witness to this killing. She was found in the Bunraku Theater in town. But this happened just a few hours ago, and we were told that you would be here, so we came to fetch you, as you are our daimyo's official representatives on this matter.
Is the family local to this area?
Whose family?
The victim, Hirata Shiro.
Yes, she lived in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have relation to the Hiruma clan?
I don't know offhand who the Haruma clan is. I'm sure you could find that out though if you wished.
I would also like to see the body if it's okay.
Oh yes.
Well, isn't that why we're getting you? Isn't that why
Yes.
you're here?
Oh yes.
So yes, we will go. We will go directly to the scene of the crime. I am Miyabi Shigeshi, and my partner here is Nanbu Yome. She will go inform Lord Mibu of your arrival, and I will take you to the theater.
Thank you.
So we'll redline you to the theater in the town of Sunrise.
Oh my God.
What?
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Oh yes.
I'm just reading the names of the towns in this thing.
Okay.
Yep.
There is a town called Sunrise, and it is not a pleasant place.
Oh,
Yes.
are you saying something bad about my hometown?
Ooh.
You've been there before? Have you had problems there?
Yes, I was told not to be there by.
She looks at you very strangely, like well, not her. She's not looking at you strangely. She's looking at you like you are strange.
It was during the war.
Which one? We have no shortage of those.
The most recent one to plague this area.
Yes, that was unjustified.
The War of Northern Aggression.
Well, the North is certainly torn by war these days. But come, we go to Sunrise, which is, just so you know, kind of like an outpost town towards the northern edge of your Han.
Mm-hmm. Where is our Han in relation to the lines of the war?
It is farther away than it need be. It's pretty far away.
Okay. Just making sure that we're on like the edge of like the southern front or something like that.
No, you're nowhere near the front
Okay.
yet. So this is a proper town. It's not as big as Hamamatsu, but it is certainly has a more urban feel than the last couple of places. Well, the last place you've been. I guess Slow Tide Village also had an urban feel, just like the
yeah, Slow Tide Harbor was a pretty good sized town.
Yeah.
It was more of a Anyway, this is a proper town.
A proper inland town.
Yes.
With a Bunraku theater.
Well, yes, you're actually taken to the theater district where there are plenty of people milling around. There is the theater. Looks like it had been well used. It is now night, and you're actually told that perhaps it would be better to look at this during the day.
But were there any witnesses to this crime?
No. It happened at a time when the theater was unused and there was no rehearsals going on. To be honest with you, our Benraku, the demand for Benraku here in Sunrise is not as great as it is in bigger towns. We do have the theater, but it isn't often used, and really, it's only open at the end of the week when people have free time. Our Raku players are not professionals; they're volunteers, and they have other jobs.
Why would Hirata Shio be here without a performance going on?
That I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was a performer there, but well, I guess that is for you to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right.
We will require accommodations.
That is fine. We will take you to an inn. Um, the Flying Boar Inn is a fine establishment.
Very nice.
Oh yes.
Where we know. Actually, scratch that. You will have official accommodations in the town hall.
Oh, good. So we'll have sleeping accommodations and a spot to interrogate people
Oh yes.
Yep.
officially.
Yep.
The theater, was it kept locked during the week?
No, they left the doors wide open. Anybody walk in and take the instruments and puppets that are there. Because we trust everybody in the city. Of course it was locked.
Who owns the theater?
Theater is owned by his name is Morotame. Well, he is the leader of the troop.
Was the theater broken into, or is the door undamaged?
The door was undamaged.
Well, we will examine the theater first thing in the morning. In the meantime, let us get settled in. We may be here for a while.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So you will also have to speak to Lord Mibu in the morning. It is late and he has retired for the evening.
Yes. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
We too shall retire for the evening.
Excellent. The next day, the rooster crows early on this second day of your adventure.
Sunrise comes quick to sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
Kimiko's up and ready to go. She's used to being up early.
Yeah.
All rise.
I imagine Fudo is too. You know what rituals and everything.
Fudo is a soldier. He's up before the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
That dawn must be up early.
So the doctor's probably the one sleeping in.
My Lord needs me. How shall are you, Lord?
Doctor, wake up.
Yes, yes, our Lord. Yes.
We are going to be late.
Nonsense! It is impossibly late for our Lord. For our Lord has blessed us with glorious amounts of time.
Get up and get
Wake up.
Yes.
We will be waiting outside.
All right, now.
He continues to ramble like this. I may throw water on him.
Yeah, no time for love.
I'm already awake now.
Oh.
I'm
Toshiki.
Yeah.
been meditating outside for an hour by now.
Hey, I'm awake. You're to serve the Lord.
Yes, yes, come along.
You are met by Miyabe, and she takes you to the theater and stands in front and says, "I will make sure you are not disturbed."
Thank you.
Do what you need to do.
Are there any windows into this theater?
No.
Mm-hmm. The door is clearly undisturbed.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm going to go and examine the body.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what I want to do.
I'll look at the. I'll show us. I'll look at the body as well.
All right. So
Medicine.
the theater is dark. It's an older building. Like I had said, there's no external light coming in from any windows. The only illumination in the building is there are just places where the wood has warped that lets beams of sunlight through that kind of cascade down and shine through the dust in the theater. Against the walls, there's a seating for not a lot of people, and then a small stage area that is divided into two sections. It's kind of L-shaped, and on the L part of it, there's like what passes for a bandstand. There's just a row of cushions, and then the main part of the stage dips down. So it's tiered, I guess, so that you would have the puppets on the top of the tier, and the puppeteers and the chanters would be behind on a lower level. I don't know if you guys are familiar with how Bunraku is performed,
Not offhand.
No.
but you basically have musicians playing drums and shimishans, right?
Shamisen.
Shamisen. And then the puppets are manipulated by people dressed in black, like head to toe black. You could see them, but they're not supposed to be there because they are in black. They manipulate the puppets, and then the puppets are voiced by chanters who sing the lines in accordance to the music.
Okay.
The puppets are fairly big. They're like 3/4 size, puppets.
Mhm.
So, and they're manipulated from behind.
Like shadow puppets?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. They're intricate, like fully articulated puppets, and it takes 2 or 3 people to manipulate them.
Okay. So they're more like marionettes.
Yes, if marionettes were controlled from behind
Okay.
by like a few people.
Muppets.
Yes, but you can see the operators.
Right.
You're just supposed to ignore them.
Right.
You suspend your disbelief that they're there. And behind the stage, which is where Shio was found, is the storage area.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's where you are going.
Yes.
Yep.
You pull back the curtain, and behind there are instruments and drums piled in one corner. Well, not piled, but on the racks. And there are puppets. Lots of puppets. In the dark, you can make out their shapes. The different kinds of courtesans and samurai, geisha, and then there are various yokai and oni puppets as well. The body is lying unceremoniously in the middle of all this. Like I said, it is partially illuminated by shafts of light coming down from the walls and the ceiling.
Are there any lanterns around?
Oddly,
Fish oil lamps or something?
there are.
Yeah. Well, let's light up one of those so we can see the body in light.
Okay, who's doing this?
I want to look.
I'll get the lantern and light it and bring it over.
I'll
So
be,
I'm not sure, Mister. I'm afraid of water is the right one to have a look at this right now.
I'll be having a look with my
There's
medical
there's no water.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's been acting weird. Either way, I'm looking.
I'm a professional.
You didn't hear me say any of that because I didn't say any of that.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did.
I'm talking out of character.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood that.
And so, Nick, what are you doing?
I'm not reading it. I'm just standing around, I guess.
All right. Rodney, you go to light a lamp, and you notice movement out of the corner of your eye.
Oh,
Hey, Hachi-san, there.
now I pull out my swords.
You look to where he's pointing, and you see just the room, the puppets.
What is wrong, Fudo?
Something moved.
Can I roll detect spirit
Perhaps it was a draft.
if it so pleases the keeper?
Sure.
No, I failed that. I failed that badly.
So, Fudo, you go to light the lamp again, and Hayashi, out of the corner of your eye, you see movement, and a breeze comes by and puts your starter out.
And detect spirit is occult. Is that what this skill?
No, she has a.
No, it's a skill
it's-
called
she
detect
has a-
spirit. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Right on. I forgot. It's been a while.
I had to look at it again because I have it typed on my sheet. It's not. It's an added skill.
I will harumph and attempt to light the lantern again.
I'll watch the room when he does that as well.
I'm still looking at that body.
You start to light the lantern again, and you hear.
It's a little early for a serenade, isn't it?
I believe that is not what that is.
That was a very beautiful and masterfully crafted tune. Please play it again.
It wasn't you?
No, I'm afraid my hands are too big for the shamisen.
Yes. There's nothing. It's quiet.
Did I get the lantern lit this time?
No. Everyone make a power roll.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, I think I have a thing.
Ooh, I
Say
failed.
that.
All right. Who failed?
I did. I had to.
Just Hihachi?
Yep.
Ooh, I made that at hard.
Kimiko?
Hiha-
I made mine.
Hihachi.
Okay.
Everyone You notice that there's a little bit of a breeze now in the room. And Hihachi, you kind of get the chills. Everyone make a spot hidden roll.
I shudder as I feel it down my spine. I made my spot hidden roll.
I made mine hard.
I can't see a damn.
I made mine at hard as well.
You notice that where the body is,
Actually, mine's extreme, Steve. My bad, because I didn't update all my things.
you notice that where the body was, that there are now, it looks like a pile of debris is covering it that wasn't there before. And you made it extreme. Yeah, it kind of looks like the debris kind of looks like a castle.
That is very strange.
Everyone give me a sanity roll.
Oh
Oh no!
Made it.
Good.
No, I rolled a 75. No, I'm
Okay.
not good.
Who made it?
I made mine.
I did.
And Nick, you made yours as well?
Everyone but Wesley.
All right. So if you make it, you're going to lose 2. If you do not make it, Wes,
Mm-hmm.
No.
you're losing 5.
Oh God!
Ooh.
Let's deal with Wes real quick. Wes, give me a quick D10.
That's a 7.
7, you say?
Yep.
Wes lets out a scream and runs to the entrance. She takes down the curtain that separates the backstage area from the stage. Give me a quick dex roll, Wes.
Okay. I just make that on the dot.
Okay. You hear a slight thump as he jumps off the stage and frees himself from the curtain that he ripped down, and he bolts out the door. Wes, give me another D10.
That's a 3.
Yeah, so he's going to be gone for 3 rounds. As the rest of you see that the music now is going full on, and the puppets all come to animate.
Steve, that's louder than you are.
All right, the puppets come to animate themselves. And start to surround you, and it looks like there is an army of just the dead. The best way to describe the way these puppets look, led by just a big burly Oni that points at the castle, and they just go in. And puppets from the other side animate, and a skirmish is enacted out before you that you all find yourselves in the middle of, as we will go into Dex order, as you find yourself in the middle of some sort of puppet war over this castle, which it's strange because the castle is small compared to the scale of the puppets that are just swarming around you, yet it has a presence of being in proportion at the same time. Okay. Hihachi, what are you doing?
What are the closest puppets to me? Or how many are there?
There's like there's countless amounts of puppets. There's like a sea of
All right,
puppets.
I'm just going to start.
This is part of the reason why you made sanity rolls, because there are more puppets that are involved in this than there were when you first got here.
I'm going to start hacking my way towards the Oni.
Okay. Roll your combat. Your
Ooh, 0-5. That's an extreme success.
Your sword takes down a puppet, and it collapses. Kimiko, what are you doing?
I am trying to make my way out of this chaos. She's trying to get to the edge of the room.
Okay, give me a you're gonna have to give me like a good, like a hard dex roll.
Okay. Nope, that's a 95.
Yeah, so you start trying to make your way out, and you step on something that pierces your foot. You're not going to take any damage, but you are able to get nowhere. Fudo, what are you doing?
I'm going to watch this story play out and see if I recognize the tale.
Okay. Fudo is staying put, and Itoshiki is running and screaming down the street.
I mean, it's a free puppet show. Come on.
All right. So, the armies clash, and the armies of the Oni, whenever they hit a defender puppet, that puppet actually comes back up, looking like one of the Oni's puppets, and starts attacking its former comrades. And this happens with every one that goes down. Even the ones from the Oni's army, once they go down, they're able to get up again. And it looks like as the ranks of the defenders thin, the army of the Oni's ranks are swelled. Hahachi, you can either, pardon me, you can fight back, or you can dodge.
I'll fight back.
As a puppet skeleton comes to attack you.
I got a regular success.
Okay, got a hard success.
Woo.
So you are going to take 4 points of damage from its little tiny katana.
It's a little baby katana.
It's like a little puppet katana. Kimiko, you can dodge or fight back.
I am going to try to dodge. That's a 44, so I make that.
Okay. It misses you. A one. It misses you. Fudo, one is actually going to attack you.
Where I will fight back with a butt strike.
Picturing Ren and Snippy here.
And that's extreme.
I also got an extreme success. I rolled an 8. You will
I got a 7.
1 point, but the extreme success goes to the attacker on a fight back. You will take 1 point of damage as a tiny little katana. Well, you won't because you have armor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about my armor.
Itoshiki, you have been running for 2 rounds, screaming. You are now quite a few blocks away. You're running at the top of your lungs, screaming at the top of your lungs while you are running. You actually do me a favor and give me a luck roll.
Okay, now I actually make something.
Okay. Fortunately for you, you still have your Yumi. You did not drop it when you broke and ran.
Oh, they're coming! They're coming for me!
Okay. More and more of the Oni's army takes out the defenders until finally you see a tiny figure that somehow also looks looks balanced for the scene on one of the parapets of the castle. Raise up her hands, and the dust swells up like a wave of water, and the Oni's army starts to just pound against this wave of water, and finally, just the water rises up and falls back down, and with it, all the defending army, along with the Oni, disappear. And the remaining attackers, without a leader goading them on, start to disperse. And then just as soon as it started, it ends, and you are back in the dusty backstage of the theater, with a dead body, some instruments, and puppets hanging on the walls.
So, is it a story that any of us recognize that we might have heard before?
Well, once again, you can give me history rolls.
Nope.
I will spend 8 points of luck to make that history roll.
There is a story from a few years back at the beginning of the current unrest to the north of the fall of Shiro Hiruma Castle, called Daylight Castle, where it was. You don't know many of the details, but a lot of the rumors that sprang up from there said that a warlord from the north attacked this castle. Attacked the lands that the Han the castle was a part of, and the samurai and the army of that particular Han, which you can't remember who the daimyo was or what the clan was. It happened a while ago. Made a last stand at this castle, and at the height of the battle, there was a a one of the clan priestesses was able to create some sort of spell that flooded the waters and was able to give the defending army enough time to GTFO
Right.
and avoid. Well, they were able to leave with their lives, but the castle was still overrun. But none of those warriors were ever heard from again.
I see. And what was the name of this castle again?
You can call it Daylight Castle,
Daylight Castle.
but it's Shiro Hiruma.
Shiro Hiruma. Well, there's that name. I will, to the best of my storytelling ability, relay that narrative to my companions.
I wonder
Wes,
why the spirit saw fit to show us this.
Yes.
you have now stopped running, and Miyabi Shigeshi comes up behind you and grabs you on the shoulder and spins you around and says, "What happened in there? Why did you run?"
There was some.
Also, make an honor roll.
Oh God! Honor.
Yeah, you chicken shit.
I will spend 5 points on luck
Nope.
to make that.
Nope.
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 Ah, shoot.
How much did you miss it by?
5.
5, I guess. Yes.
Yes, I 5 is how much I missed it by.
All right, you're gonna lose 4 points of honor.
Ah, dang it! I'll
Wait,
go for that honor.
You're dishonorable.
Okay, what happened in there?
There was a demon, and it was moving puppets, and there was so many. It was a horrible demonic force that grabbed a hold of me and compelled me to flee from there. It was horrible. Yes, that's a horrible spell on me.
I am not one to question Lord Sonata's wishes and his judgment. Why you?
Ooh.
Damn.
I question.
Darn!
I think I might have missed.
Gross.
It was probably aiming for Fudo and hit me by mistake. But it's evil.
Nobody else. Never mind. Never mind. It'll just be something to laugh about at the barracks later on. Are you going back?
Yes, I will go back.
I'm not paid to babysit Chicken Samurai.
Ooh.
It was an evil spell. It was an evil spell that get me by mistake. Clearly,
Boy, this cop got more burns than a hibachi.
That fire is hot.
All right. So while Fudo is relating the tale of Daylight Castle, Ichishiki comes back in,
Long ago.
looking a little sheepish, but is not followed by Shigeshi.
You come back, Doctor. Welcome.
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna check Hiroshige while Fudo is relaying his tale.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a really good one. That one's an 05. I'm pretty sure that is a crit for me in first aid. Yep, it is. That's extreme success on the first aid.
Who are you?
Hiroshi, which one of y'all got hurt? Wasn't it you, Nick?
Here's
Yeah.
got hit with
Yeah.
How much do I get here?
I'm
Who the
healing.
hell is Hiroshige? His name is
I'm
Hachi.
Hahachi. I don't know where I got Hiroshi from.
H something. From the lab.
Hiroshige was the crappy heroin samurai from last time.
I don't know. It's been a long day. I might be suffering heat stroke. It's a possibility. Yeah, I got an 05. Was that do anything?
Yeah, you get a D4.
Yeah, you get 3 back. I didn't know if that mattered or not.
My brain looks like Itoshiki's honor right now.
My brain is oozing out my ear, apparently.
How nice of you to join us after the battle.
It was evil. It was evil water magic, probably. Yes, that's what caused it. Water poison.
It was a highly interactive puppet show.
The spirits were relaying a message to us, you coward.
The spirits are trying to poison us. But anyway, hey, who needs? I shall heal you now. I come
I've
back.
taken care of it.
I'm already bandaged up. You took care of it pretty quickly. You're slapping, dude.
I can put salt. I can put salt on it if you want.
Profane the spirits once again. People's eyebrow.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try to examine the body again.
As shall I.
Okay. I will need a medicine roll from anyone who is examining the body.
I make that at hard.
I made mine regular.
All right. So the body is bloodless. It looks like it has been drained from several cuts in the wrists and the groin.
Mm-hmm.
Very professionally done. Drained from arteries. There are various symbols carved into the body. They are not in any language you recognize.
Is there any blood on the floor beneath the body?
No.
There's no blood in this room, is there?
No. Well, there might be some from Hahachi.
Yeah, but not enough to suggest what happened here.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Either this was done somewhere else, or able to remove that much blood without leaving a drop behind.
Well, you said this place was pretty dusty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any marks on the floor that might indicate receptacles, footprints other than ours?
Give me you can give me spot hidden or track rolls.
I'll give you the 29 on the spot hidden.
Okay. There are some places where the dust has been disturbed around where the body is.
Is it like shuffling steps, kind of like natives of Nippon would make, or is it boot prints like foreigners?
It's hard to tell. This is a very used area.
Okay.
There are, I guess there's nothing that would be. There's no sole prints, boot prints. I guess that's not there. Yeah.
Okay. So there are no like heel prints from
No.
Western style boots.
Nope. Got to ask yourself if you would really know to look for that, though, as you're not really familiar with Western style boots.
Oh, I'm sure we saw what's his head's funky looking shoes.
Sounds like the GM said we didn't.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it's not even there, so it doesn't matter.
But then the puppets came back to life and murdered us all.
Yep.
No. So nothing that looks like something might have been set on the ground or the body was elevated.
What do you mean the body was elevated? How would that leave marks?
Well, like an animal being bled after a hunt, hanged, so that the blood would run more freely out.
There's nothing to indicate that.
Okay.
That they butchered her there like that.
All right. And the wounds are the glyphs carved or
Yes.
written? Okay.
Are there any restraint marks on the body?
No.
Was the body dragged into this room? Like, do we see trails, marks of the body being placed down, or does it just place there?
You can give me a track roll.
I cannot, but I can try. No, I'm not willing to spend 15 points on that either.
Are there any other doors?
To the outside?
Yeah, one, or is it just one way in, one way out?
Well, there's the main entrance, and then there is kind of like a service entrance, I guess, stage door.
Okay.
Where where actors can come in, the musicians and the actors, where they can load and unload puppets as needed.
Okay. And what's the condition of that door?
It's a door. It's fine.
Okay. So no sign of forced entry or anything like that.
Give me a lockpick roll. Locksmith.
All right. Let's see. Locksmith. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah, you just don't have the knowledge to be able to tell if that has been tampered with or not.
Well, if it was picked, they don't pick them like I do.
Yeah. Because either the owner or someone acquainted with them let the perpetrators in. But why would they dump the body here?
Doctor, do you have, I'm sure you do in your medical kit, have paper, ink, and a brush?
I do.
Okay.
Can we have Kimiko make copies of the symbols?
Sure. Kimiko, you can give me. I guess you probably don't have calligraphy.
Actually, I do have calligraphy. That's why I have the pen and stuff, because I make talismans.
Okay. Give me a calligraphy roll.
I make that hard.
Sure. You can make copies of the talisman or the sigils.
Yeah, I take time to do that.
All right. Well, while she's doing that, it's going to take some time. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Is the Oni puppet one of the ones still left in the room?
Yes.
I want to take a look at that puppet.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Any type of distinguishing features? If there are any sigils that match the body on it, possibly?
No.
No. Is there anything unusual about this Oni?
No, it looks pretty standard as to like what you would normally expect.
So it's just a generic Oni. It's not like a specific.
Exactly.
It's not a specific.
It has to be used for different stories.
Okay.
So
All
it's as general as you can make it to look like an Oni. It's got that face with the fangs,
big
the
fang.
underbite fangs, and it's red. And,
Right. Horn in the middle of the head. All that good
Yep.
stuff. All right.
big.
All right. Let's see. Checking the floor from either of the entrances to the body. Do I see any blood drops at all?
You can give me spot hidden.
I make that.
No, you do not.
How did they get this in here?
Well, we've got a copy of the sigils. We don't see any sign of forced entry. We don't see any tracks that we can discern as belonging to someone that's not us. Really, the only person we should talk to right now would be Moritama after we pay a visit to Mibu, because we still have to pay our respects to the magistrate. So, yeah, I guess we'll head toward Mibu once Kimiko is done transcribing the symbols.
Okay. So, how are you leaving?
Through the front door.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you go out the front door, and Miyabi is there. She kind of looks a little bored, to be honest with you. And you guys start to head toward the magistrate's compound.
Mm-hmm.
When Fudu, give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. 24. That is a hard, I believe.
You see the flash of a kimono that looks like it is ill worn, and from underneath you see a Western style boot. And we will just pause it there and pick it up next week. So just say, for everyone who's listening, thank you. Everyone watching, thank you. And keep 30 luck points.